Hi everyone. Yes, today we're gonna be listening to Aaron Rodgers and Joe Rogan. They're gonna be talking about UFOs and, yes, of course, Jesus.
They don't have the words to explain
Yeah.
like what a spaceship is. It's like, no, it's like a chariot in the sky.
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
When you pull up the description that Ezekiel had of the wheel within a wheel, as I watched the four creatures, I saw something that looked like a wheel on the ground beside each of the four-faced creatures. This is what the wheels looked like. They were identical wheels, sparkling like diamonds in the sun. They looked like they were wheels within wheels, like a gyroscope. I mean, that sounds like if you're living thousands of years ago, and by the way, you tell this story forever before it ever gets written down. I mean, there's 1,000 years of oral tradition of speaking these stories before these things get written down. They went in any one of four directions they faced, but straight, not veering off. The rims were immense, circled with eyes. When the living creatures went, the wheels went. When the living creatures lifted off, the wheels lifted off. Wherever the spirit went, they went, the wheels sticking right with them. For the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When the creatures went, the wheels went. When the creatures stopped, the wheels stopped. When the creatures lifted off, the wheels lifted off, because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. Well, one of the things that Lazar had said is there's no instrumentation inside these things, that they're piloting them with their minds. Well, think about what they're saying. I mean, what is he saying? When the creatures lifted off, the wheels lifted off, because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. Over the heads of the living creatures was something like a dome, shimmering like a sky full of cut glass, vaulted over their heads. Under the dome, one set of wings was extended toward the others, with another wings covering their bodies. When they moved, I heard their wings. It was like the roar of a great waterfall, like the voice of the strong God, like the noise of a battlefield. When they stopped, they folded their wings. I mean, goddamn, man. That sounds like...
That's a UFO.
Yeah, it sounds like a UFO.
UAP.
That sounds like some fucking insane vision that's beyond comprehension that happens to people that live in a prehistoric civilization.
All I have to say about the descriptions of a UFO and all that, well, when we believe in another dimension, that there's another world out there, and that God has made those creatures, angels, but the fallen angels, I think those are the ones who are right now making appearances here and there.
As time rolls on, people are going to understand the need to have some sort of divine structure to things, some sort of belief in the sanctity of love and of truth. And a lot of that comes from religion. A lot of people's moral compass and the guidelines that they've used to follow to live a just and righteous life has come from religion. And unfortunately, a lot of very intelligent people, they dismiss all of the positive aspects of religion because they think that the stories are mere superstitious fairy tales, that they have no place in this modern world, and we're inherently good and your ethics are based on your old moral compass and we all have one. And that's not necessarily true, because you see the way people behave in war. They don't have any moral compass. They're just fucking murderers and killers. And we've asked people in service of our country to go to these places and behave like murderers and killers and then reintegrate into society, right back into society, and be a good person again. And they don't know how to do it, and they go crazy. And there's a lot of them who come back and they're down is up and up is down. They don't know what the fuck.
And we don't help them out.
We don't help them out. And the suicide rate, suicide is is it the number one killer of veterans?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, but
yeah, it's a fucked up world we live in. We need Jesus. I think, for real. Like, if he came back now, it'd be great. Like,
I like the way he said it right there. I think he's serious. Like, we need Jesus, and then for real, if he come back now, that would be great, because he understands that the crazy world that we're living in, we think as we advance, We gotta get smarter, and we're gonna be more loving, and peace on the earth will come because we're gonna learn from our mistakes. And we're gonna learn, like from World War II, what a disaster. Look what Hitler did. We're not gonna make that anymore. We gotta have to learn from our mistakes. No. Men are evil in their heart. When you give him power and money, a lot of things can go wrong.
Everything we do matters. I think if atheists, I think, can find their own religion. It might be religion of science or religion of climate change or whatever it might be. But to not believe in a higher power means that really nothing I do matters. Ultimately, I live, I die. That's it.
Yeah.
So whatever purpose you might have, it's short-lived. It's just for this. There's nothing else going on. I have a hard time with that because I believe there's a seen world and an unseen world. And there's forces of good and forces of evil, and that there's a purpose for all this. And there's, there's a lot of reasons why we're doing this. There's a lot of opportunities to do this. I'd like to get it right this time around.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. But if there is the Christianity part and Jesus wants to come back and save everything,
it'd be good right around now.
Hope to see you soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.